Today I will show you the easiest iced coffee recipe in the entirety of the universe. It's an easy recipe. Only 4 ingredients, maybe five ingredients of stuff you need to have for this recipe. First of all, coffee. Coffee is really important. If you don't drink coffee, I don't know what's happened. I get sad when I don't get coffee. Next ingredient, sugar. Sugar is really an ingredient, I'm surely sure of it. But that's not the point. Sugar is well and good and fucking hell. Sugar is well and good. But here's the real stuff. Ice. Ice, do you know where ice comes from? It comes from Iceland. This is imported ice from Iceland. Really, really fine ice. No air bubbles. Surely. Yes. Then we have the milk. The milk is really important because if you don't drink milk, you're lactose intolerant and people will bully you. So you have to drink the milk. And I know what you have to say. Well, imported ice is really good and all, but you can't really dissolve coffee with imported ice. So what do? You take the kettle, you fill it up with water. It's already water in it because of a genius. Then you put the lid down and you turn it on. And it's on. Oh yeah, boy! The nice thing with this recipe is that you can actually see the explanatory principle. It's the principle where you can see all the types of water at the same time. You might show, yeah, the triple point of water, really impressive, blah 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 blah. But you know what? It's 20 degrees here. So how do you do it? It's the special time. I have made an equation that doesn't make any sense, but I'll put it on the screen. And that's, you might not understand it. I don't really do either. I just pressed some keys on my keyboard. But that's not the point. With this recipe, you can find the real triple point of water. Ice. Steam. Water. Now that water's done, it's time to do one important step. Take the coffee. Take about 2 spoonfuls. Really good coffee. I got it from the store. Put it in there. Then you take your sugar. Don't care about a spoon there. You might think, oh, that's for security reasons. Yes, it is. You get a lot less sugar from that than it's from here. Don't worry about spillage. Spillage is okay. That's what you do when you sleep. Bwee! After stirring this around for about a second, then you can stop. Then you can take the water, really hot water. You know what's hot? I am hot, but this water is really hot. Look at this. And you just put in the water really nicely. Oh, very good. Then you stir. But you might think, well, stirring is fun, but do you know what's more fun than stirring? Nothing really, because if you don't stir, it's gonna taste like shit. Well, now, when you have stirred, it's all liquid now, because you didn't use the ice, which is stupid. Fuck you, ice. Okay, so now you can taste for taste. Tasting for tasting is really important, because if you don't do it, it will taste like shit, you know. Iced coffee. It isn't about just waking up. It isn't about a refreshing drink. It's all about pleasure. So you go for the spoonful, you know. That tastes really good. So now, you know, that's hot because you used hot water. But you can fix that. Yes. Oh yes. But not yet. Because you gotta get all of them out. Because or else you put it in there, it melts and get diluted. Have you ever seen something talk about like alcohol covered drinks? Alcohol drinks. If they get watered down, people want them more. So it's not really any understandable. I don't know. I don't drink. But I drink iced coffee, and I know for a fact that iced coffee does not taste good diluted. Well, it tastes good diluted, but it tastes better not diluted. So you just get those imported icicles out of the fucking can. There we go. Easy game. Oh, fuck. Okay, you take the ice, you put the ice inside. More ice. More ice. Fucking hell ice. Wait, what are you doing around there? More ice. You put the ice, you stir a little bit. Because now it's more ice. I know how temperature works a little bit. Exactly. Not exactly, but you fill it up with what? Milk. You fill it up with milk, a little more of the milk. You just put it in there really nicely, very white, just like white trash, boy. Okay, then you stir. Stirring is fun. We already talked about this. You know it's fun. So you just stir a little biddle. Then you. Oh yes! Ah, so good. It's so good. It's so good. Ah, yes. But you think, well, do you know how much sugar you put in there? At least like a kilo. And because it's like a kilo of sugar, that's why I'm still fat. But that's not the point. If your friends tell you, why you eat fish all the time, you bike a lot, but you're still really fat, then this can be your excuse. Except for like, well, I just like to eat cake all the time. Well, then you sound fat. When you drink this, you just sound gay, and that's okay in our society today. So I encourage you, make this and you become gay. So congratulations for everyone being gay, coming out of the closet, really nice, staying fat, drinking coffee, staying in society. Bye.